For you, is this about creating or questioning?
I don't think you can differentiate the two. I think they are the same. I think if you were to question something,
Mhm.
then you had to create a different vision or a different understanding of whatever it is you're asking about.
Phew, you are deep, girl.
Some of it now, but
I got a drink on that one, girl. I got a drink. What? She done opened my eyes, y'all. Okay. Cheers to truth, art, and saying things that most people are afraid to say. Some artists create to be seen, others create to understand. Tammy, I'm really glad you're here today. Please welcome Tammy Baldwin to Artistry Unplugged. And we're just going to start right here. When did art become part of your healing?
part of my healing before I recognized that that's what it was doing. So I'm going to say that it became part of my healing middle school.
What?
Middle school. Good question.
Hmm.
Good question. I've never even posed that to myself before.
And you, when you said middle school, but I'm sorry, I mean to jump the gun, but what I found so interesting was that was it second grade? You sold your first piece?
Yeah, I did. I did because I didn't know what else to do. And so, we're brought up in this world to where art a lot of times is justified for utility. And it's also a commodity. So if you make something, then you're supposed to sell it, do something with it. It's not just make it for making it. It's not like how I got started doing this stuff. I don't know why,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
that's just the way it happened. Yeah. And that was just kind of some silly stuff. Um, but yeah, so I would draw Super Cat and Super Doll. And they were superheroes flying about in outer space, battling foods I didn't like hot dogs.
Oh my.
Oh yes, and little Jeremy, I forget his last name now. He was sweet as a button,
Mm-hmm.
and he would buy for a nickel.
Really? Wow. A whole nickel.
Girl, it was like 1979.
We ain't telling no ages here, no look.
Uh-uh.
Did you when you sold the first piece when you was in second grade, did you know that even it would be an art connection there when you did that, or was it just you were just doing
It
something?
was just something I enjoyed to do,
Okay. Okay.
and then it was just like, oh, okay,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And it was probably, I mean, that was such a long time ago. It was probably suggested to me like comic books. Put 5 cents on there, put 10 cents on there, or who knows how I came up with that type of thing. But that's the way it unfolded for me. And I often wondered in hindsight, like, was I driven to create art or was I driven to create business?
Hmm.
And so I didn't know for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But the drawing, the creating, things of that nature, I always found it to be a calming experience for me in just my being. And you asked
Okay.
about when do I realize that it was like a healing thing?
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
remember being in the 8th grade. I was in ISS for skipping school,
Uh-oh.
and the ISS is in school suspension.
Yeah.
And so I
Yeah.
had this art project, and it was scratching out some stuff. But anyway, so in that whole time, that's what I did for that whole day that I was in there, was I just worked on this project.
What?
And in that project, that image actually went to some sort of competition in the county, and it won. It was one of the ones that won, and they showed it at the courthouse. And it was in that moment where I was like, I think I can do this type of stuff,
Mhm.
you know. And then I kept trying to get better.
Mhm.
And I kept trying to get better by comparing myself to other people.
Why do we do that?
I don't know, because we want to torture ourselves.
Gotta be. Something to the madness. I don't know.
Yeah, and I mean, some of that's developmental. That's what you do whenever you're a kid or whatever. But you know, it's one of those things in the creative world that we do to ourselves all the time,
Mhm.
and it keeps you scared,
Mhm.
and it keeps you limited.
Wow. That's
So
a
I
good way
think
to put it.
anybody who does anything creative, I think the first thing you have to do is you have to immediately stop that habit of mind of comparison and find a way to get okay
Mhm.
with just being you.
But if you don't know who you are, that could be a problem,
Right. Yes. Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah, it is. And a lot of times that's what happens because in the creative industry, no matter how you utilize your creativity, you have to get used to and get real comfortable um, with growth.
Mhm.
And growth often comes through a critique or from a no or from a, what are you doing with your life?
Mhm. Which I'm sure many of us have heard that one.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Wow, that's deep stuff. That's really deep. Uh, you're in clinical mental health, correct? You do clinical mental health?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
I'm getting there.
So, do healing and creating feel like the same language for you?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. Because art is healing.
Mhm.
Um, and we have always known that. Because if you look back at the world as a whole, not just any one group of people, but if you look at all of us, think about what happens when we lose somebody we care about and
Mhm.
what would happen.
Yeah.
People would get together, they would maybe have a fire, they would dance, they would sing, they would celebrate,
To
they would tell
celebrate.
stories. Think about what I just said. All of
Mhm.
that is the arts.
Mhm.
And what happened is that through that experience, not only do you pay respect to those that you lose, but you heal together. You co-regulate.
Mhm.
And is that not group therapy?
It is. That is group therapy. You're right, Tammy.
Right. So
Yeah.
a lot of what we know, we have always known,
Hmm.
but we just didn't validate it and trust it the way that we trust something that comes across as being clinical,
Yes.
science-based,
Right.
evidence-based, which I'm a big fan of evidence-based. I don't want to act like I don't. I am.
Mhm. Mhm.
But what I've come to realize is that when you're talking about art and healing,
Mhm. Mhm.
um, the neuroscience will back it up, what we've already known. It's just now we've got the tech to get it. Be like, oh, look how the brain is changing over time whenever we go through these experiences with our body instead of just our words.
Mhm. Mhm.
So it's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. And I'm looking at it in a different way now. You
Mhm.
really opened my eyes. For you, is this about creating or questioning?
Um, creating or questioning. I don't think you can differentiate the two. I think they are the same.
Okay. Okay.
I think if you are to question something,
Mhm.
then you have to create a different vision or a different understanding of whatever it is you're asking about. For example, if I can say, is this red with your dress? The first thing I have to do is I have to question what is red
Mhm.
and what does it mean to be red? Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
So there's a creativity that's involved in all questioning, and all questioning starts with thinking abstract.
Phew, you are deep, girl.
Some of it now, but
I got a drink on that one, girl. I got a drink. What? Open my eyes, y'all. Okay.
It's just
Wow.
it's perspective, right?
Yes,
It's
yes.
perspective. We're all changing places in the room, and we see something different.
Yes, absolutely.
So,
Ooh, it's so wide. Oh my God. Okay.
yep.
And so you work with alcohol ink, paint, and mixed media. And why you choose those particularly? What is it about those that attracts you?
I have no patience.
Okay.
Alcohol ink is a wonderful medium. And the way it works is, for me, I lay down all types of chaos, and then you lay in the alcohol, and then what happens is the alcohol will react to the ink. So say, for example, you know how light is made of all the colors? And you shoot it through a prism and the colors separate?
Yes.
Okay. Well, with visual art and color, it works in reverse. So whenever you lay down black is actually a combination of all colors. It's not like darkness. It's not like a shadow. It's not an absence of light. It is the collection.
What?
So you take that black with the ink, you dot in some alcohol, it starts to dissolve. The blues come up, the pinks come up, all the colors begin to come about. Right? Okay. And then I start having fun because then I start drawing in it and I just start doing some things, but it's fast. Think about how fast alcohol dries. So it's a very fluid and organic medium. And I love to teach it to people because it's always beautiful. You have to know color theory.
Sure.
But that's easy. We all have that. And then as far as like acrylics and painting and stuff like that, as kids, that's one of the first things they do. Give you some poster paint, some paintbrush, and just go snap. So, yeah.
Yeah. Now you brought some pieces with you today.
I did.
And if you would mind, I would like for you to maybe just give us some information or tell us about the process of one of your pieces that you have.
Yeah.
I can hold it for you.
Okay, cool. So this piece is actually called She Doesn't Get to Know. Right?
Yeah. Please do. It's beautiful.
Well, thank you. And this is a mixed media piece. It's acrylic. It's ink. It's also alcohol ink. And if you touched it, you can also see there's like some texture to it.
Can I touch?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know
It
there's
does
some
have some
artists who are
texture.
like, don't do this, don't do it. But I'm a tactile critter. I like to touch things. And I'm also,
Yeah.
dude, it's my drawing. It's okay.
It's mine, no.
Right.
Wow.
So the one thing that I like about the artwork, because you're talking about questioning and creating, for my pieces and for what I do ultimately is I am a storyteller as well. So all of my pieces are narrative. And the other thing too is like I'm not really into surrealism, but I am a symbolist, which means that everything that's there carries some sort of symbol.
Right.
And not only do I lean on the symbols that are just me that I've created, but I also look at historical and mystic symbols to also tell my story. So a lot of times there's images within images is what I like. So like here is a tree, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not a tree.
That's not a tree?
It's not a tree.
Oh my goodness.
Look at the blood vessels.
Ah, there is blood vessels, Tammy. What in the world?
And right here is like a heart. And then you can see like the snakes.
Yes.
But then there's also like the snakes that come from the blood vessels.
Wow.
And so even here, you can see how there's a snake image. That's part of the tree. And then, of course, with her, she's got her eyes closed. She's got her finger over her mouth. The butterfly and things of that nature. I always find those types of creatures very fascinating and interesting because transformation.
That's right. I was going to say I forgot what it was about them, but yeah. Transformation. That's exactly what it is.
Because they all start out as ones.
Mm-hmm.
They all have a fantastical journey,
That's perfect.
and then they all come about. And this
Yeah.
is a type of transition that happens a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether it be tadpoles to frogs.
Yes. I forgot about them guys.
Oh, yeah. And so moths, they do the same thing. So anyway, so I always enjoy that type of thing. And then there's like this eye here. And then you can see the silhouettes of some people there. And then there's the water coming down. And so this is like a portal.
Yeah.
You can also see like this, the hip bone.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so there's some lotus flowers down there, which has a lot of meaning in the Buddhist tradition and stuff like that. So anyway, so that's what I do.
That's what you do. I want to
wisteria.
Yeah.
Moon and,
Yeah. I want to take you back to this creation. Where were you at that time in your head when you created this?
Oh,
do you recall?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So this piece has actually had a couple of different seasons. And it's been shown. This canvas has been shown probably 3 or 4 times. And this right here is its current life. And I think it's finished.
It's finished.
It's finished.
So finished and complete is?
I need to seal it.
Okay.
It's done. I'm not going to touch it again.
Okay.
Unlike this one over here, I'm still have some things to add to it. But
okay.
So, and the reason why I point that out is that the time frame in which I created this image was that time frame to where I myself was changing and growing. It was starting to get a place where my son was coming out of high school, and so he was starting to stretch his wings. That redefined who I was.
Absolutely.
It was also a time to where my marriage was kind of wrapping up, and we had been together for 28 years. So that was a huge shift in my life. And so this is just an illustration to that end. And all of those are good things.
It is. Because growth is transformation.
It is. And you got to welcome it.
You should.
Even if it scares you.
Absolutely.
And so talking about where was I when I created this piece? Michelle, honey, I was scared. I was scared.
I wonder if I see that in there. I think so.
Oh, yeah. If you look, you can see it, I'm sure.
And that portal kind of tells it all, too, because you can go into something not unfamiliar. It's like unfamiliar territory.
It is. And portals are something that, it's funny. I don't know if you experience this with what you do or with what you wear. So one of my first shows, I went and I took all my artwork and laid it down on the floor. And I had never done that before. And I realized if I didn't have purple, I don't know I could film or create anything. Because it's... Right. Portals for me have kind of been the same thing. It was not planned. It's not intended. But then whenever I look at my body of work, I'm like, there's a portal and a bird.
Hindenburg.
And a butterfly. There's always some sort of flying
object.
Yeah. Some sort of flying friend in there. So yeah, the portal is in there because, it's just part of life. It's part of that one season ending and another season opening up.
That's right.
And we don't know what it is.
It's the unknown. That's what the scary part is. The unknown.
Yeah, it is. And that's where you have to use faith. You just step into it and be like, all right, well, let's just do this thing. And which goes back to what we were talking about as far as like you can't compare yourself. You just have to trust. And that the path you're on is the path that you alone are on. And that is enough. And it's going to be okay.
Wow.
And you know that is not the way you feel whenever you're on.
No, it's not. It's not. But I need to hear this. I need to hear this. It was right on time. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Thanks for sharing this. It's beautiful.
Well, thank you.
All right, Miss Tammy. Now tell us about this wonderful piece here.
So this one is still in the works.
Okay. So this one is not finished or is incomplete.
It's incomplete because I still I'm still having my conversation with it.
Okay. Okay.
Now with that being said, I've shown them that Delorg and I've shown them at the UNCG too with their women's studies place. But yeah, so this one's called In the Shadow of Lilith.
Okay.
And if you know Lilith, the story of it, she was Adam's first wife.
Oh.
And she ended up getting the boot because she had her own opinions.
Uh-oh.
And so, yeah, so she got the boot, and then God made Eve, which was a good helper for Adam.
Yes.
But
yes.
Of course, you know, Eve, she loves that apple.
That apple.
So what's happened through the ages is that Lilith, the story of Lilith, has been villainized and demonized in the most literal way. So
I've heard about
some
that.
places, there's supposed to be like a demon or a monster of Lilith. And she will come in and she will take your babies.
Yikes.
Or cause a miscarriage or something horrific. Lines. And so whenever I posted this, what I actually said was, you know, here's my piece, the shadow of Lilith, in the shadow of Lilith. I was like, she's just another strong-willed woman that's totally misunderstood.
Yeah, absolutely. There's plenty of those.
Yeah. So, so that's how this came to be.
It's nice too.
Thank you.
You like the blues and the?
Totally.
Oh yeah. I can see it all in your work. Yeah.
Yeah.
What does blue represent for you?
I had no idea. I used to really work with a warm palette in my clothing and stuff like that. And then one day, around 2002, I woke up pregnant.
Okay.
With a baby boy. And everything's been different ever since.
Oh wow!
My whole wardrobe shifted. I don't know.
Everything. Yeah, the blue, right? Been blue ever since.
Yeah. So now that he's kind of flown the nest, I'm starting to catch myself like getting more what colors this morning.
Oh, that's cool though.
That's cool.
Oh. Yeah.
So anyway, and again, there's that altar down there on the bottom.
It is.
Or the portal and all that.
That's how we can recognize your work. I think it helps us to kind of, that's a Tammy Baldwin piece.
Yeah, and then one thing too with my work, it always seems to have a feminine flavor to it.
Yes.
I try to create something. I'm like, and that one I'm not. And then I do.
And then you do.
Because you cannot escape who you are.
That's right. And again, another wonderful one. Another wonderful piece.
Thank you.
I love it. We're going to talk about the bones and the stones and the objects that you find. What draws you to them?
Well, I'm pretty simple. You know, the thing is what we do as people is we create so much stuff. And a lot of stuff that we create really is truly beautiful. But then there's the stuff that nature creates. And what we are trying to do is to imitate that. It is the source and the core of creativity. And so I'll just find something, and it can be a rock. It can be a rock, and I'll sit there and be like, look at all the different colors in that. Look how the colors interact. And
wow, you'll start dissecting it. Yeah.
And the thing is nature knows what it's doing. So if you're going down the road and you see a bunch of goldenrod in the fall of the year, which is those flowers that shoot up and it's got the yellow top.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's always interesting to me how wherever you see those goldenrods on the side of the road, if you go a little bit, you'll also see all of a sudden a big burst of purple. They're complementary colors. So
Mm,
they work together and they vibrate. So, like the little bees, they must also enjoy beauty because they're
mhm.
creating this palette
True.
that is just makes everything kind of buzz together in a very, I
Mhm.
don't know, it's amazing.
It is amazing.
And I guess that's just what it is. It's like what draws me to this stuff. Wonder.
Mm, that's a good word. That's a good word. When you start, do you start with intentions or discovery when you start?
Intentions or discovery? Intentions.
Mhm.
Intentions. Because before I even start, um, I already have the pieces named.
Do you?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Okay.
And I already
Huh.
have the series.
Wow.
And so the intention is there. And the intention allows path for discovery.
Mhm. Mhm.
For me, it doesn't work the other way around.
I That's interesting because I was
Mm.
surprised that you said that.
Yeah, because a lot of folks they're so visually based, and I am
Mhm.
too. And so their first start is with something visual, and then
Exactly.
the visual component of it will speak to them in a way to where whatever,
Mhm.
and then it they're able to become informed as to what this means or where this is coming from, like an interpretation.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, I don't do that.
Hmm.
I actually work in opposite. I start with words first.
Wow.
Um, And I
Hmm.
think that's actually one of the things that kind of sets me apart from other people.
Right. Right. It's
'Cause
different.
a lot of times my work will come from, just me questioning things and me
Mhm.
trying to process what I've read.
Mhm.
And it really is just, my work is oftentimes a discussion between myself and the ideas, or it's completely narrative and I'm just pouring my heart out.
Wow.
So, like that piece, she doesn't get to know.
Mhm.
There's a whole series about this type of stuff, and it's very intimate in it. And it is my diary.
Mhm.
And I don't really say that to people. But I'm going to say that here.
Okay.
Mm.
Um, and and the reason is I already probably know what it the reason why it's not. I mean, that you don't want to tell people.
Well, I don't want to tell people because I'm as common as every other person. I'm not doing anything spectacular from every other person. We all love,
Mhm.
we all hurt, we
Mhm.
all celebrate. My story is the same as everybody else.
Right.
There's
Right.
nothing like that. And I don't
Mhm.
say anything because I don't say anything because I know what my story is, but I don't know your story.
Mhm.
And so I
Mhm.
create this image. I know what that's about. I told
Right.
you all this stuff about.
Yes.
But the best part, this is where it gets to be
Mhm.
fun. This is where it's fun.
Mhm.
Okay, where I have it showing, and I usually don't say anything, and I kind of sit in the background,
Mhm.
and like a total creeper,
Creepers.
I go around and I listen to people, and what happens is they're trying to figure out what this means.
Yep.
Okay, they're wrong. But what they do is they tell me about what it means to them. And it's in those moments to where we're sharing our humanity.
Mhm.
You're sharing what hurt you with what hurt me. And then in that way, something visual becomes a conduit
Mhm.
for real connection.
Mhm.
Not small talk, not politeness, not even kindness, but and not even fact. But my truth is sharing with your truth.
Hmm. Mhm.
And yeah.
That's beautiful, actually. And when you create your pieces, when you create them, are you wanting people to see what you see, or you want them to see what they see?
I want them to see what they see.
That's what I thought.
I want them
Okay.
to see what they see.
Okay.
And because I think one of the most beautiful things that we can do is to see ourselves
Mm-hmm.
and to see ourselves in a way that we're curious and get some awe, and it's not our inner critic,
No.
that, it's something else that's, you know, I hate to sound so cheesy or like a fortune cookie, but, something to where we can appreciate who we are. Because, that's hard.
Yeah, it really is.
It really is.
Oh boy. All right. What does trusting the process really mean for you?
Don't be a chicken.
That's a hard one.